recording, I guess. There we go. And we got, let me put the subject 10, there we go. And we've got 10.125/8. 10.125/8. One serving of a certain brand of yogurt contains 9 grams of fat. The low-fat version contains 41.25 less fat per serving. How many grams of fat? So this would be like the Walmart equation. So let's go ahead and say Walmart equation. Let me pull up the handy dandy. There we go. And make it a little bit smaller. You could do the Walmart equation, but it all depends on what this is saying right here. How many grams of fat does one serving of the low-fat yogurt contain? So that means it says one serving of a certain brand, one serving of a certain brand. The low-fat version contains that less. So that means they want you to do the Walmart pretty much. Now you could do it with the other way, but I'm going to do it with the Walmart equation because that makes better sense. I mean, students can see it a whole lot better. And there we go. So the Walmart equation is X plus or minus percentage X is equal to the total. And that's going to be 9 minus 9 times 0.4125 is equal to the total. So we're going to get our handy dandy calculator out. I don't know why my internet, it says that my internet is fluctuating. So, I mean, is the audio coming in okay?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Well, it looked like my video was freezing up a little bit. All right, so 9 minus parentheses 9 times 0.4125 close parentheses. That comes out to be 5.2875. 5.2875 is equal to the total. Well, I guess Miss Hatton is drunk in a ditch somewhere because she's not here. Oh, there she is.
Yep, I have a hard time logging in.
Why do you have a hard time logging in? You drinking too much?
Because when I go into my, no, I don't drink. I don't know what it be doing because when I log in, I be waiting to see where it say join, but it takes a minute for me to get on.
What you might need to start doing is, let me show you this. Do you know this screen right here? Right there? That's the screen you need to get to. That is called the Teams. So when you go to your Teams, what I do, now I don't know what y'all see, but here's my classes. And when I go to class, when I want to go to the screen, the post screen, I call it the bulletin board. I just click on that.
Okay.
And there's the bulletin board, and that's where you can get the files. That's where you can get the MyLabs Plus and the post. And to me, that's the easiest way to join right there. I don't know. I don't know what you see. So.
Yeah, I see that because I went to general, but it wasn't nothing showing. So I waited, and then I can see like you being online, but it takes a hard time for me to connect. I had to go back to the main screen. I use my phone.
So well, your phone's probably limited to what it can show. So that's probably why. All right. So it says round to the nearest tenth. So I would say that's 5.3. grams of fat. And that is how we did it right there. I used the Walmart equation, but you could have took 0.4125, multiplied it by 9, and then subtracted it from 9. You could have done it separately. Okay? That's up to you how you want to do it. Next question. 10.1, 29/9. Okay, this is a standardized test question. Anything with a pie chart is going to be a standardized test question. The graph shows the percent of employees who take time off. A company has 85/60. So N is equal to 85/60. That's how many employees you have. Use the graph, the missed work because of colds 1 to 2 days. Colds 1 to 2 days. So that's 24%. So that's going to be 24% of 85/60 is what number? Sentence problem. So 24 over 100 equals is of, and cross multiply. So 100x is equal to, let me make it a little bit bigger. $100x is equal to 85/60 times 24. Now let's see. I'm going to show you a trick. Well, you're not going to be able to do too much. You could knock out that 0 and this 0.4, or you could go 85.60 times 24. You're going to need a calculator. So let's just go ahead and do it. So take your handy dandy calculator, and that's going to be 85/60 times 24. And you can move the decimal, or you can divide by 100, either one. 2054.4. 2054.4. And in statistics, when you're dealing with people, that would be 2055, because there's no such thing as half a boy. Poor old Horatio. And it should say round to the nearest person. Yeah. So that would be 2055. That's probably going to say 2054, but I have found through statistics that 2055 would be your answer, but they might want 2054. Yeah, they want 2054. Okay. But later on in statistics, you're going to see that no matter what the decimal is, you always round up. It's just like an engineer. All right. Takes care of that one. Both of those are good test questions. That second one was a good test question as well as a good standardized, because it has a pie chart. This is 10.141/12. Determine the percent increase. Okay, let me show you what the formula is for percent increase decrease. It's real simple, and I might have mentioned this to you before. This is good for standardized test questions. New minus old over new multiplied by 100. No, new minus old over old. It's new minus old over old. So let's take the first one. 1850 to 1870. 1850 to 1870. So new is 1.57 minus 0.72 divided by 0.72 multiplied by 100. Take our handy dandy calculator. 1.57. I'm sorry, say again.
I can't see how you working it out.
There you go. Sorry. I think either my wireless is shot today or yours is. One of the two, Miss Hatton. 1 point, because you were breaking up. 1.57 minus 0.72 divided by 0.72 multiplied by 100. So that's up 118%. Up 118.06%. The reason it's up is because it's positive. Okay, so let's type that in. Round to 1 decimal place. So 118.1. All right, let's do 1870 to 1890. New is 1.62. Minus 1.57 over 1.57. Take our handy dandy calculator. Clear. 1.62 minus 1.57 divided by 1.57 times 100. And you're welcome to move the decimal if you just want to move the decimal. 3.185. Again, it's positive, so that means it's going up. So round to 1 decimal place, that would be 3.2. $18.90 to $19.10. Well, it looks like it's going up again. So that's going to be 2.85 minus 1.62 over 1.62. $2.85 minus 1.62 divided by 1.62 multiplied by 100. 75.96. And that would be 76%. Okay, 76, 75 point, let's 70.0. 75.9. Okay, whatever. That's 76. Should be 76, but I don't know what they're doing. Next, 3.37 minus 2.85 divided by 2.85 and multiply that by 100. And I would rather do this as 4 separate test questions, one, that's a little monotonous right there. So I would suggest this is 4 good test questions. If I was put it on a test, it would just be 1 question. Not this question, but there'd be 4 different questions. So 3.37 minus 2.85 divided by 2.85, and either move the decimal or multiply by 100. 18.25. And that should be 18.25. Oh, I'm sorry, 18.3. What was my original? 18.2. Okay, this is not a good test question. It may be a standardized test question, but these are 4 good test questions. In other words, I would rather put these, give you a graph and make you do this 1 time, not 4 times. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. (10.141/12). Same question. Miss Cersei, are you good with this one, or you want me to do it for you? I don't know if her microphone works or not. Miss Cersei, are you there? Okay, you came on, the light came on, but I didn't hear anything. So just type it in or undo your microphone again. Just tell me if you're good or you want me to do this one. Okay, I don't know. She hasn't said anything. Miss Cersei,
She raised her hand.
Yeah, she did the hand raise thing.
it didn't come up.
No, it did for a second like that.
There she is. Okay, speak. Okay. Her, I don't know if hand raised means good or bad. Okay, let me rephrase the question. If you're good with this question, Miss Cersei, raise your hand. There we go. If you're happy and you know it, raise your hand. Okay. So we're back to, we're going to skip this one. And the reason is I want to get to the test. So you can look at the test. 10.167/14. A man purchased a used car for $4,000. He decided to sell the car for 20% above the purchase. So that would be 40,000, or I'm sorry, 4,000 plus 0.20 times 4,000 is equal to our new total. Well, 10%, that's going to be 400, so 20% would be 800. So 4,800, y'all check me, is equal to the new total. And he puts it on the side of the road and nobody touches it. Okay? He could not sell the car. So he's reduced it by 20%. So 4,800 minus 0.2 of 4,800 is equal to our new total, newest total. So that's going to be what? 480 and 480 is 960. And 960 would be 30. Oh gosh, 30 something, 30 something, 40, 39, 40. I don't know. I'll have to do the calculator. So 4,800 minus 960. 4,800 minus 960. 3,840. So his final price is 3,840. Well, how much did he get for the car? Minus 4,000. And he's losing 160 bucks. So the man will lose 160 bucks. Now, the reason people don't, I'll tell you why people miss this question. They miss it because they think they have to take 20% of 4,000 again. Okay? If you'll look at what I just did, which I forgot to put up, I don't know if I put it up. There it is. I bought it for $4,000. I put a 20% uptick on it, and that gave me $4,800. So I put it on the side of the road at $4,800. It wouldn't sell. So I reduced the price of $4,800 by 20. And that gave me $3,840, which is $160 less than what I paid for the car. This has got Hubert written all over it. Some people can buy a $4,000 car and sell it for $8,000. I buy a $4,000 car and I end up losing $160. I am not a salesman. And when it comes to making money like that, you can forget it. I'd starve to death. Some of y'all have the Midas touch. Hubie don't have the Midas touch. Okay, that's a good test question. It's also a good standardized test question. You see a lot of percentages on standardized tests because a lot of people either they don't listen in high school or they don't pay attention or they don't understand and they can't read a ruler, much less do a percentage. And that's what the standardized tests they target. I got one more, and I think we might have already did this one, I don't know. 10.169/15. No, I haven't seen this one. This is the Walmart equation, though. A coat is marked down 15%, and the customer is given a second discount of 10%. Is that the same as a single discount for 25%? Well, let's see. Let's say we have a shirt, and that shirt costs $25. We got a shirt that costs $25. And I take minus 15%. And then I minus from that, that's not division, minus another 10%. So let's do that. 25 minus 0.15 of 25 is equal to that price. So take my handy dandy calculator and say 25 minus parentheses 0.15 times 25. That gives me 21.25. And now I'm going to reduce that by 10%. So 21.25 minus 0.10 times 21.25 is equal to our new price. So 21.25 minus parentheses 0.1 times 21.25. And you can move your decimals and do it that way if you want to. I'm just doing it in the basic way. And that gives me a grand total of $19.13. Or take 25% off. So let's take 25% off. 25 minus parentheses 0.25 times 25. Is it the same amount off? Yes or no? No, because they don't equal. Okay, so let's see if it says better or equal. Let's see what the question asks. A code is marked blah, blah, blah. Is that the same? Yes or no? No, it is not the same. Which one says no, it's not the same? Let's see. You could go with B. You're not going to go with A. That's not right. And you can compare any numbers. That's saying you cannot be compared. I don't believe that. It's not yes. So I would say the answer is probably Bravo.
Mr. Huber, I'm here. I had to reset my router because it broke.
Who's that? Who's talking?
Noah.
Okay, Mr. Tillotson?
Yes.
Okay, I ain't taken the roll yet, so I can do that in just a second just to make sure. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's look at the second one. The second one says the regular price of a chair is $187.99. Determine the sale price of the chair if it's reduced by 15%. Walmart equation, 187.99 minus 0.15 times 187.99 is equal to the total. So that's what you're going to use. So let's take 187.99 minus parentheses 0.15 times 187.99 close parentheses, and that should equal 159.79. So 159.79. 159.79. The regular price of a chair is 180. Determine the sale price of the chair. Okay, I'll stand by my answer. I have no idea how they got that. A regular price of a chair is 187. Determine the sale price of the chair if the regular price is reduced by 15%. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't read the directions. And this price is then reduced by 10%. Sorry, I'm a guy. Guys don't read directions. 159.79 minus 0.1 of 159.79, and that's equal to our new total. So that's going to be 159.79 minus parentheses 0.1 times second answer, which is the same, the 159.79, and I get 143.81. 143.81. That's the answer you get. Sorry, I got, kind of helps to read the directions. Determine the sale price of the chair if the regular price of 100, okay, I guess they're trying to get a point across here. 187 minus 99, we already did that. Oh, but I didn't write it down. Reduced by 25, yeah, we did. There we go. No, but that is a different price. Sorry. 0.25 times 187.99. So let's take our handy dandy calculator. 187.99 minus parentheses 0.25 times 187.99. I get 140.99. $140.99. So it's better to take off the whole bulk than it is to take 2 percentages off. All right, that's the questions for today, and we got a few minutes to go over and open up the test. Let's see, class is over at 12:10, so we good. We got 12:10. We got close to what, 14 minutes? Okay, so here we go, 16 minutes. Let's go to the handy dandy test. Okay, here is the homework and the test. Look at there. Oh my gosh, MyLabs Plus gives you a due date. Wow. So some of them people bouncing off the walls want to know, when's the due date? When's the due date? When's the due date? There you go. Knock yourself out. Now you can get to work on the homework because you waited until I gave you a date. Now you can start working on the homework for that one person that was waiting on the dates. There is the test date. Golly, Hubert gives us the test date, so we won't have to ask him. Exactly. Look at there, it tells 90 minutes, tells me how much time we have, and it says I got 3 attempts. Takes the higher of 3. So there's one question. There's 2 questions. When's the homework due? There's 3 questions, how much time we have, and there's 4 questions. The highest out of all 3 attempts, the computer or MyLabs Plus will take the highest of the 3. And your homework ends on the 14th at midnight. Y'all just are so surprised you just don't know what to say. MyLabs Plus has the dates on there. I'm going to click on it so it'll show you what will happen. It'll tell you again. Unit 1 test, you have 41 questions. Now remember, 14 of these questions are what? Bonus questions. So, you know, 40 question, they're 2.5 apiece. So 2.5 times 10 is 25. So that's 25 points I'm giving you on this test. More than 25 points. So don't ask for extra credit at the end of the semester. Okay? It tells you when it's due. It tells you how many attempts you have, and it tells you you have 90 minutes to take the test. You hit start test. Please, excuse me, please don't start the test in the middle of a blizzard, hailstorm, lightning storm, thunderstorm, tornadoes, hurricanes. Okay, please make sure that your household, wherever you're taking the test, is okay and you're not trying to take a test during a thunderstorm and 15 people are watching a football game. Okay, that's not the time to take a test. Hit start test. Now, 2 or 3 things about the test. Number one, first thing I would do is maximize it. That way you won't be tempted to go outside the test area. Because if you go outside the test area and go to your homework, click on your homework, or go to Khan's Academy, or, you know, what's it called, Wolfram, or if you click out of the test area, then the test will cease to exist. You'll be blocked out from the test and the homework for the next unit. You'll be, a message will be sent to me saying student has left test area. If power goes out, it will usually, the test will reset itself. If the wireless goes out, it will reset its test. But either one of those, I will have a connection message. So please don't email me after you have tried to click on something else and say that the power was cut off, because that's not going to be the message I got. The message I got says that you clicked outside the test area. So please don't lie on top of clicking outside the test area. The best thing I would do if I was you is write me an email and ask, I'm sorry, but please give me access to the test. Because I already know why you need access. If it happens more than 3 times, we're going to have a prayer meeting. And that usually means either loss of points or loss of attempts to take the test. All right. The other thing I want to tell you is you are able to use the Excel spreadsheet. And I'm trying to find a question. Oh, you don't need the Excel spreadsheet. I was thinking of math one. Okay, so here's your first 2 questions. Your first 2 questions are bonus questions. If the kid never, I don't know why the computer's running so slow. Hold on just a second. All right, so here's the bonus. That's equal to 100. The rest of them are no answer. It shouldn't take this long to go from question to question. When does homework terminate? Well, at the end of the outline. The national debt, the national debt of a small country is $7,270,000,000, and the population is 2,665,000. What is the amount of debt per person? So that means divide by the person. Per means divide. Person means population. So I'm going to take my handy dandy marker and I'm going to say 7 billion, or 7 trillion, I can't remember which billion, 7,270,000,000 divided by 2,655,000. Now you could take out the 3 sets of zeros. I really don't care how you do it, but I'm going to go ahead. We know that's 9. So 7.27 times 10 to the 9th power divided by 2.655 times 10 to the 6th power. And I have no idea what this is, so I'm going to take it on the calculator. 7.27. And you can use your calculator on your phone for this. Just basic math. 7.27 divided by 2.655. 2.743. 2.743 times 10 to the 3rd power. Or 27 or 2,743. So let's type that in. 2,743. And I don't see my answer, so make sure I did it right. Well, I have no idea why they got those answers. Let me check my calculation. 7.27 divided by.
You forgot a 5. And it's 2.655.
Thank you. So let me do 7.27 divided by 2.655. There we go, 2.738, and you're going to move it 3 places, so that's 2738. 2738. Okay, next. The recommended daily allowance of niacin for adults, is 20 milligrams. 1 serving of a certain breakfast cereal provides 18 milligrams of niacin. What percent, blah, 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 blah. 18 is what percent of 20? Okay, what percent is X over 100? Is 18, of is 20. 20x is equal to 1800. Divide by 20. Divide by 20. X is equal to 90. So it should be 90. I'm not used to a big number like that. That's why I was waiting a second. Next. A farmer recently purchased his neighbor's farm. Before the purchase, the farmer owned 366 acres. After the purchase, this is new minus old. So new minus old over old multiplied by 100. So old is 366. New, after the purchase, he owned 509. So that's new. 509 minus 366 over 366 multiplied by 100. Handy dandy calculator. 509 minus 366 divided by 366 multiplied by 100. 39.07% increase. Round to 1 decimal place, 39.1%. Next. Does Hubert replace your lowest test grade with your final exam grade? No way, no how. In your grade book, to find your final grade after you have completed all your assignments, which button should you choose? Overall grade. What is 13% of 45? What is 13% of 45? Sentence equation. So 13 over 100 and of is 45. 100x is equal to 13 times 45. Well, 10 times 45 is 450. And 3 times 45, well, let me write 450 down before I forget it. And 3 times 45 is 135, I think. I think it's 135. So that's going to be 585, or yeah, 585. So x is equal to 100x is equal to 585, and divide that by 100. X is equal 5.85. Once I did something with my drowsy math, because I don't know why I'm yawning so much. 5.85. A person earns $24,100 in 1 year and gets a 5% raise. Walmart equation. So that's going to be 24,000 plus, because it's a raise, 0.05 times 24,000. And you could actually do this in your head, because 10% of 24,000 is 2,400. So 5% would be 1,200. And 1,200 is 25,200. So I'd say your answer is 25,200. 25,200. Evaluate the expression. 11 over 10 divided by 8/5 plus 2/5. 11 over 10 divided by 16 over 25. 11 over 10 multiplied by 25 over 16. Oops, I'm sorry.
Oh, the whiteboard.
There we go. I keep forgetting. And plus, I don't know why it gets to be 12 o'clock. I'm like so sleepy. And I'm not on any drugs or anything. No cough medicine or anything. I don't know what's going on. It's the Russians. So take our red pen out. And 5 will go in there 2 times. 5 will go in there 5 times. 11 times 5 is 55 over 32. Uh-oh. So I must have done something wrong. Let me make sure is that division? That's plus. And that's division. Let me. Yeah, that's plus, and that's division. So what did I do wrong? Let me look again. Multiply by 25 over 16. You can't divide. The only thing that'll go into 1155 is 11 and 5. So that won't go into 32. All right, let me do it over. Evidently, I've done something. Unless the question is wrong. 11 over 10 divided by 8 over 5 plus 2 over 5. Oh, 8 plus 2 is not 16, and 5 plus 5 is not 25. Gosh. 11 over 10 divided by 10 over 10. I have no idea where I got 16 over 25. I must have been multiplying. 11 over 10 multiplied by 10 over 10. The 10s cancel, and you're left with 11 over 10. Excuse me for that hiccup. I don't know why. And we still don't have the answer. Oh my Lord. Can anybody get the answer right? Because I don't know what's going on.
Isn't that going to be 10 over 5 and not 10 over 10?
Thank you very much. I think I must be tired. And that would be 5. No, that would be 5. Okay, flip it. That would be 5. Thank you. So 5 will go in there 1 time. 5 will go in there 2 times. 11 over 20. Thank you. Who was that figured it out?
That was Carlos.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Bustos. Mr. Bustos. How you say that? Is it Bustos or Bustos?
You're saying it right.
Okay. Bustos. All right. 11 over 20. And next. If a student does not complete a homework assignment or a test, he will eventually get a 0 and his grade will go down. We had a student 2 semesters ago. She claimed that she didn't know after 12 years of school, she said, I didn't know that you get a 0 when you don't turn in something. I was like, whatever. I said, you don't pump your own gas, do you? But anyway, I didn't say that. All right, so Miss Hatton, I want to ask you a question. You went through 12 years of high school, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you know that you got a 0 if you didn't turn in a homework assignment or a test? Did you know you got a 0?
When I was in school?
Yes, when you
I
were in
know that.
school.
Yeah.
What? Okay, you knew that. Okay. I've never heard of such. All right, it says a computer can do one calculation in 1.4 blah, blah, blah seconds. How long would it take the computer to do 2 trillion? All right, I got a question for y'all. Before you get confused on this, let's say I can do a math calculation. I'm using round numbers. Let's say I can do a math problem in 2 minutes. I can do a math problem in 2 minutes. How long would it take me? Let's see if I'm reading the question right. How long would it take me to do 20 problems? Somebody tell me what you do.
20 times 2 minutes is 40 minutes.
You would multiply, you would use multiplication to get the answer, would you not? So what are you going to use here? You're going to use multiplication. A computer can do one calculation in 1.4 times 10 to the -7th seconds. How long, multiplied by, would it take you to do 1 trillion calculations? 1.0 times 10 to the 12th. So that's going to be 1.4 times 10 to the -7 plus 12. 1.4 times 10. What is -7 plus 12? +5. So the computer can do 140 million calculations. So that comes out to be 1.4 times 10 to the 5th. Perform the indicated operation. And we're going to have to shut her down because I'm already over. I'm sorry. Okay, you can see what the test looks like. There's bonus questions. We can finish it Monday, okay? We'll go over the rest of it Monday. You can wait. You can catch up. You can go ahead. Everything's got due dates on it. You're good to go. Let me go ahead and click on, I'm sorry I kept y'all over. I'm so sorry. Let me look at the roll right quick. Turn this off and turn the recording off.